The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
And we're live.
Hi, everyone. It's me. I'm running a whole class of what are we doing now today? Guess what? We're doing some individual scenes and we're meeting somebody else. Ooh, I'm going to have Spotter take us out. Or in. Go in.
All right. Well, it was fun, guys. Good show. Good episode of Good Team Effort. All right. I am Pantera, of course, not my other character. And I will be playing Spotter, the Nosferatu.
Hey, everybody. I am Mama McStabber, and I am playing Dr. Taylor Hammond, the Bruja.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ree, and I am playing Kajai of Clan La Sombra.
Hello, I'm John Levi R, and I am playing Magnus, Dr. Magnus of Clan Gangrel.
Hello, everyone. I'm Glaciate, and tonight I'll be playing Bastion of the Clan Torgador.
And I'm Maddox, and I'll be playing Dr. Theodore Smith of Clan Tremere.
Last week, they did quite a bit of investigation, and throughout this week as well. And we're going to start off with actually being over at the cell block with Magnus, Spotter, and Teddy.
And Misty.
Well, yeah, there is music apparently thumping in the bar. It's not loud, but it's nice mood music. There may be a makeshift dance floor where some people are just kind of, getting it on, just gently, of course. And Misty's just doing some turntable. And I'm sure Spotter, Magnus, and Teddy will come in at some point. Who's going to start first?
Magnus is already there. He's finished up his work at the clinic for the evening, so he's hanging out at the bar before they go to the appointment later on.
I'll drop in. I will sit next to him at the bar. Baseball's probably on. It's that time of year. So, Doc, any luck finding a place for Harler's stuff?
Yeah, I've been working on that. Knocked out one of the walls that was blocking up one of the old rum running tunnels. So it's part of the reason why I acquired this place is it has connections all through that. And as far as I've found, your cousins haven't staked any claims in it. So got
I haven't heard anything.
Good bit of real estate underground that can handle that kind of stuff. Just making sure I pick up the right things. She's wanting, I don't know, she talks about server racks and VPNs and all kinds of other stuff. I'm just like, you know what? Here's a budget. Do what you can with that. And she said that she'll get the stuff she needs, should be set up. She said she might not be able to do as good as Bobby, but she'll be able to take care of things, in her words.
Well, we both know someone who happens to be a good hacker in her own right. Might be able to help us in procuring some equipment.
Who's that?
8 Ball.
Oh, well, I knew she did the, shoemaking, but I didn't know that she'd branched out that far.
She is a woman of many talents.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like someone we should introduce her to then. Also, it'd be good to introduce her to, more competent people, considering her mother.
I agree. In ordering hundreds of thousands of dollars of server trays off Amazon might catch someone's notice.
She said something about shipping warehouses and look, she goes into things about how not to get tracked, and I
think it's called plausible deniability. Just block your ears.
Yeah. It was something about different dead drop places, and just she would need a car to go pick it up from different places every other night or so.
If only there was a clan that was good at moving things to the city.
You guys are in the private meeting space, right?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Bar.
Yeah, we're sitting.
Bar.
There's a Dawson the gang all hanging out at the bar.
Fair enough. Then the club doors will open a little fast, to which you see that they were opened because Theodore lazily kicked them open. Still has his doctor's bag, but he is not wearing his usual tie, and he doesn't seem as put together. He's not frantic, but he's definitely in a different state than you've usually seen him.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And he'll make his way over to you both. Evening.
Seeing this, the music will go hypnotic and draw more people away from the bar, just so you can notice.
Going on, Theo? You letting your hair down today?
I didn't have any appointments at the private practice, so I didn't have to go there tonight.
Very nice. Do you want something to drink?
Oh, no, I can't.
Okay. I have to look into that.
I have found so many goodies in this city in such a short amount of time. I'm already having a backlog. I didn't think that would happen so quickly.
I mean, that's never something I've heard one of your family complain about.
Oh, no, it's not a complaint. It's just a shock. And he'll actually set his doctor's bag up on the bar.
The music kind of goes a little bit more hypnotic, getting all the people over onto the dance club, and Misty will be coming over. Hey, brother, uncle, how y'all doing?
Misty.
Misty.
I figured it's better
I really
that
like
way.
you, Misty. I do. I really like.
Thanks. I like myself too. It's good. How's uncle, and aunt doing?
Well, the one that enjoys the shadows is probably happy. I think he had said he was going to go and get to fight someone, so anytime he gets to get in a brawl, he's pretty happy for a little while.
Okay.
And then, aunt and the prettier uncle are doing what they do, so we're going to see them
prettier
later on tonight.
uncle. You all are pretty in your own ways.
Okay.
Yes, even you, uncle. And she'll look right to Teddy. You are spectacular in your shiny way that just magnifies things that nobody else can understand.
And Theodore will mutter something under his breath in Sanskrit if anyone speaks that language.
Not yet. But hey, it's okay. Don't worry. You just look like you're bummed because you didn't get to operate on anyone.
Oh, it's not always operations. I also have just general practice.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like you didn't get to do anything with anyone today in a medical sense. I'm so sorry.
That is correct.
Okay. Do we need to do something?
I do also find myself missing outdated methods. I know they're not as effective in a lot of things, but there's still some things that I wish you could still diagnose certain treatments for.
Okay. So you miss diagnosing people with consumption?
Oh, no. None of that.
Okay, good. That was a concerning thought.
I miss bloodletting.
Oh, okay, right. Because that was a whole thing that worked medically. Yeah.
I still have the mallet and sharp implement that I used.
Can we not?
Are you sure? And he opens up his doctor's bag and like reaches in looking at her. You sure? I can show you.
Only if you volunteer to do it on yourself.
Oh, I wouldn't do it to anything. I'd just show you the tools.
Oh, well, showing me the tools is fine as long as you're not actually going to do anything unless you're going to show it to me on you.
It's hard to do it to yourself.
Is it really? I bet you it isn't.
Not as effective because our blood doesn't flow.
Only if you will it.
I'd have to force it out, and that's pointless.
No, it's not. It's a great way to teach new kids like me.
Have you ever actually? And he'll actually stop himself and look around.
They're all entranced right now with the music. You're welcome.
Enough to guarantee that they wouldn't notice anything?
Being that I know the hurts that humans can hear at.
Have you had a chance to practice any of that? Mend yourself?
Not yet, because I haven't been shot. I dodged.
Your clan is also taken to ridiculous toughness.
Oh, yeah. Things kind of bounce off me. It's good.
6 months with Alicia, I'd have been surprised if you hadn't learned that.
Well, I mean, the first week after things happened, let's just say we had to run away from the place she was staying at because people were coming after her because she owed the money and a lot of bullets flew. It was like the Matrix.
Dr. Sanchez, I'm so sorry, but your sire sounds like a train wreck.
Oh, she is. She absolutely is.
Oh, worse than the Titanic is better than our sire.
I have heard of Gangrel not necessarily being the most close to their sires and childer. Like I'd heard of abandoning in the woods, but that's somehow not as bad as what you're describing.
Is Genghis Khan still alive? I'm asking for a friend, because if he isn't, okay, cool. But if he is, okay, he might hurt me for saying this. He would have been a better sire.
I'm hoping he's not alive. How about that?
Okay, I heard that Dracula was alive, which was really, really weird and kind of creepy.
I believe he is.
Somewhere in the mountains of Romania.
I'd heard some rumor that Bram Stoker wrote the book as a warning and people just took it as fiction.
I mean, he's a crazy Irishman. What'd you expect?
About that, I know my own crazy Irishman. So I can relate.
That's fair. Anyhow, so yeah, let's just say our sire's not exactly the best person to be turned by and educated by.
Yeah.
Oh, well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
There. Hence why I call him brother. He's big brother. It's fine. And you guys are all my aunts and uncles.
So where are you from?
LA. Not originally, but I'm from LA.
Well, no wonder there were people shooting at you. I've heard that's pretty common out there.
I mean, you didn't exactly come to a place with less gunfire.
True. But I mean, I'm from Idaho. So coming from Idaho to LA, slight culture shock, but took care of it. Mm-hmm. And then, well, when meeting our sire and then getting twisted into her plots, Yeah, that turned into a whole lot of dodging bullets and dodging a lot of things. I've learned how to omit a lot of stuff from her. Don't acknowledge this, omit that, don't say this, do that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to
Sounds like
regret
Alicia.
asking this.
Sure.
Do you know the traditions?
She stopped at 6. Was there, or am I missing another 4?
I don't think there's any nuance that we need to account for, especially when she's just learning.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, she said these are like these are the 10 commandments. And I'm going, okay. And she told me 6 of them, but she didn't go after that. And I was like, is she missing 4? Am I missing 4 more?
I guess in your head, if you need to, just call it the 6 commandments.
Yeah.
Okay, even better.
The first one's always the most important, though, if that helps.
No. That was impressed upon me the first night of living or how do you describe it?
Unliving is a common term.
Okay. Because it wasn't really unaliving, but it was unaliving, but it wasn't unaliving, but we're here. What? I said it right, Magnus, didn't I?
No, you're fine. It's just memories of Alicia.
Oh, sorry. Yes, PTSD will happen. I'm sorry. Go ahead. She's looking at Teddy like you were going to ask something else.
Oh, it fled my brain.
Okay. Do you guys all have like nicknames or stuff, or am I going to make those up for you?
Doctor.
There's 3.
Yes.
If I say doctor, I'm going to have all 3 of you turn around.
Sometimes you need to speak to all 3 of us.
And the problem is I can't say Dr. T because that means the aunt's going to turn around when I mean you.
You can call him Theo.
Okay.
It will suffice.
Well, I mean, it's that or I call you something T Smithy.
Theo is perfect. Thank you.
Oh, that's it. That's it. DJ T Smithy. Quick. Works well. I'll have you all hip hop people in no time. I'll be fine.
I like music. I can stand to expand.
I'm pretty sure I was listening to hip hop before you were born.
I hope so, because I mean, I'm a heck of a lot younger than you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you told me. And silence over here doesn't say much. Are you okay?
Oh, good. I'm just enjoying it.
All right, cool.
But
If
we're
it
not,
helps.
we're not calling it PTSD anymore. We're calling it ATSD.
What's ATSD?
Mm-hmm. Alicia Traumatic Stress Disorder.
That tracks.
I've
I think it's my own testament of trying to survive and whatnot. Wait, are we sure we're not La Sombra?
You're not.
You're not.
You're not, but Alicia may have picked up some bad habits.
That's fair. The throwing me into the sewers and leaving me for a good month was not exactly pleasurable.
So she does keep to the gangrel traditions in some ways.
Look, when I actually have a conversation with an alligator in LA, I question my existence.
Was it cordial?
Up until a point until he told me to get out, and then he started to transform like a transformer. That wasn't cool.
Yeah. Stay out of the sewers. We have those here in Chicago too.
That was huge. And then unfortunately, I ran into things that were wolves that were not wolves. That was even worse. Yeah, I ran.
Mm-hmm.
I ran a lot.
If you ever want, we could introduce you to one that's actually fairly easy to talk to.
Oh, God, please no.
On cue, chicken wings already.
It's one of the good ones, not the not the bad ones, not the glowy green ones.
You have the glowy green ones here too.
Probably.
No, that's a hard pass. I will take. I heard that Dr. The redheaded lady, the auntie. I heard
Dr.
auntie is part.
Dr. Hammond.
She's from a major kind of big ass clan that kind of like brings on the pain. I would rather deal with her clan beating me to a pulp than dealing with the green ones. They were terrifying.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. We can introduce you to some nice ones that are not like that.
Okay, cool.
And if it helps, depending on how you feel you should specialize your power, there are many amongst your clan who can shrug off full hits from hers and laugh.
Wait, we can specialize in things?
You said
Yes.
you were talking with some animals. Do you find that you can do that to other animals?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I have a cat apparently now. So a cat just adopted me. I adopted them and they tell me things.
Yeah, that happens.
And then you said you were relatively tough.
Mhm.
Could we test that real quick?
Sure.
Fantastic. And I'll take a scalpel out of my doctor's bag and try to stab it into her shoulder.
While that escalated quickly.
Casually.
She will kind of blink and you don't stab her. She moves away from you too fast.
Magnus is just like, Theo, how about we move any of those kind of experiments to the basement where people might not see and get the wrong idea?
But didn't she say that they were distracted?
Yeah, they're distracted, but eyes wander. I can only take care of their hearing. I can't take care of their eyes. There's a big difference with music.
They'll put the scalpel back.
Okay, I understand you like your experiments, but wow, dude. Discretion is a thing. Did they not teach you discretion when you were a kid?
No, they did.
Did you want to implement it?
I didn't take the time to think about it.
Where are you from?
He's from Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, specifically.
I'm still not sure why that's always so relevant to people.
That explains everything. Have you met people from Pittsburgh that are not you?
Not in some years. I haven't been back to the state in a while.
Explains so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
What do you mean you don't know? You escaped Pittsburgh. You escaped Pennsylvania, but you escaped Pittsburgh and you haven't been back. I don't have to ask you the why you escaped. It's like people escaping from Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
I escaped because my sire had other projects for me. Because unlike yours, mine was a good teacher.
She gently
Was he, though?
puts her hand on Theo's if allowed, and she'll just look him deep in the eye and go, "You don't understand really much of social gesturing and joking of states, do you?"
Well, no, it's just half the ones that people say for Pennsylvania don't apply to me.
Of course they don't, because you're from Pennsylvania. You don't get the joke.
I'm pretty sure others from Pennsylvania have a sense of humor. And Theodore will actually pat her hand back. Do you have any friends
Yes.
here
Quite a
in the
few.
city?
I met 3 so far. So yeah, we're working on it.
How many of them are alive?
None. Except for the cat. Okay, so 4 friends.
Work on some human friends. You fledglings have an easier time of it.
And you can't decide to have a heartbeat and make friends too? It's not that
Oh,
hard.
no, I know certain humans, but no, I'm just saying it's far easier for you young ones than for us.
Yes, because you're just such an old man. Let me go get your cane and your walker, and then I'll help you grab Todd down the thing so that you don't have to worry. Did you take
Back
your
in
pills?
my day, we used a hammer and a spike to let blood out of people to heal them.
What's odd is that only sounds like someone who's maybe 100 years old. That's still fairly young compared to what I am. You need to be twice as geriatric in order for this to work.
Right, so that just telling me that you survived the Oregon Trail and didn't die of dysentery.
You're still far too young into the references. That's the thing about so many young people. You actually have very little concept of just how old you're going to get.
Okay, before I ask this question, because I know for a fact I could put a thing on a loop, why don't we go down the stairs? Because I'm going to ask you something, and I don't think I want anyone to hear you.
All right, well, would you two gentlemen care to join us for whatever this will be?
Oh, please. Magnus has been standing like in between the crowd and the rest of them just to make sure, like, if Theo does anything else stupid, they can't see it.
This
Just
is
trying
starting to sound
block
like it's
line of
about to
sight.
be a Tremere Ash party. Okay.
It won't be. If you guys asked for casual Theodore, this is what you're getting.
We had no
Like,
idea.
oh, I don't have to care about social graces? Wow. I didn't know.
Let me toss the traditions while I'm at it.
She said they were distracted. Theodore assumed that she was competent enough to have full distraction. Like, you guess it's not.
I know it's more. I can't handle their eyes. I can only do their ears. Cut me some breaks.
But yeah, he'll head down with them to the fucking private room.
So she'll take you guys down and she'll make sure she'll look at you guys and go, "Did y'all feed? Did you guys have the blood stuff?
Yep.
You're all good." Okay, how old are you, Uncle Theodore? Because damn, you're sounding like not only are you old, but you're so old. How old are you? You're so old that litter was a thing and they hadn't invented the wheel yet.
No, that's a bit too old for what I am.
That's Critias.
I heard he is a unmovable force within the city.
He is himself.
And not to fuck with him.
He's also one of Dr. Hammond's ancestors.
That explains so much. Right.
But
okay.
If it helps, I was born April 1st, 1821.
On April Fool's Day?
Yes.
How do you not have a sense of humor?
I don't remember if April Fool's Day was a thing back then.
It died when he did.
Clearly.
You should go into comedy, Dr. Sanchez.
And we can put a comedy bar. That is an idea. We can totally do it.
Open mic nights.
I did that
The only
for
thing
a
is
few
you have
years
to-
back in the day.
You just have to play the straight man.
And while she's thinking through something, Theodore's going to open his bag, take out the scalpel, and now try to stab her again. Same spot he aimed before, but he didn't want to give her a chance to react.
That's fine. She does react only after the fact, and she will feel it on her shoulder, but it does not go in.
Well, you're relatively tough.
You tried to stab me.
Oh, with a scalpel. Calm down.
Can I do the turn? Can I turn Bell's fair play, right?
Just don't ruin my clothes.
Just put your hand out.
He just holds out the scalpel to her.
You may want to flip your hand over. And she will start to do the thing really fast with the scalpel between his fingers and then just nick a little top of it.
I'm going to move my hand so she cuts me more to see if I can freak her out.
She'll just look and go, "Okay, you owe me $20 because you caused that. I didn't."
I don't need to owe you anything. And he takes the scalpel back.
It used to be a game.
And storyteller, do I need to rouse to heal the cut on my finger?
No, you don't.
Okay, I'll still demonstrate for her the healing, though, just so she has a general sense of how it looks.
That looks easier than trying to pop out bullets.
I've never been shot, so I wouldn't know about that one.
We can arrange that if you'd like.
No.
Are you sure?
To get shot, I'd have to be naked, and I just can't have that.
Why do you have to be naked to get shot?
Because I don't want to ruin any of my clothes. What are you talking about?
Do you think they're going to care if you're naked or not when they shoot you?
No, but if I'm getting shot just for educational purposes, I'd rather be naked.
I mean, we can handle shooting you somewhere where you don't have clothes to do that. You don't have to get naked.
Does he realize he's in Chicago?
Or maybe I could just buy some disposable clothes.
What I do.
I'm so confused. Okay. Right. Anything else? Anything else I can answer? Apparently it's Ask the Neonate Night or Fledgling Night. Wow. And trying to stab me too. Wait. Brother and other uncles, you're not going to try and stab me, are you?
No.
No.
Okay. I didn't know if this was a hazing ritual or wait, is the two other uncles in the act going to try and stab me? Please no.
No.
Probably not.
Kajai might, but only if you ask.
Yeah.
I've seen him with swords. No.
He's really enthusiastic about teaching people self-defense, so...
Yeah, I think I've got dodging and hiding and running down in spades.
If you want, your clan is also known for having a penchant of turning into animals.
Ooh.
It's true.
Although be careful, I've heard of several gangrel fucking up by getting animal control called on them. Which you don't want.
Valid.
Also true.
Oh, there's some perfect free advice for you. Never get on the wrong side of a human institution. It draws too much attention. College. Good.
And
but
masters.
Don't get arrested. Don't get caught up in an ATF scare, anything like that. Just
she already knows. She has one of my business cards if the police try and do anything.
Discretion is the better part of valor. Unfortunately, most of our kind aren't discreet.
Says the man who was trying to stand me upstairs in the bar.
I just didn't think about it. Why are we still hung up on an issue that happened like ages ago?
It happened like 5 minutes ago, my guy.
Ages. You're young. I'm putting it in your time perspective.
That's not how this works.
Doc, is your curiosity satisfied?
For now.
Wait, he was curious?
Yes, this is apparently Theo when he's curious.
It's called enthusiasm.
You feel that?
Of course.
Crap.
There is a way I've heard I can turn off my emotions, but not worth it to me.
Wait, this is with your emotions on?
Well, you're a new person. I'm still getting used to you.
Oh, I thought everyone liked me from the get. Wow. I'm sad. I thought I had a glowing personality.
Here, this is him liking you.
Right.
It's certainly not me hating you.
Oh, good. Well, I hate to see anyone on your bad side.
That is another free lesson.
Cool. I don't look terrified at all, but I feel terrified deep down inside.
It's far less threatening to make friends. You just have to make sure that you're not making a threatening friend.
Okay, and what makes you not a threatening friend?
You are under the protection of your adopted sire, Dr. Magnus Sanchez, and I just have no reason to go against you.
I did nothing to you.
Precisely. So there's no reason for us to be enemies.
Oh, okay. So this is just a friendship of convenience.
Yes. That's what our whole group is at the moment, actually.
Oh, I thought you guys were all good friends. You all looked like you were good friends.
Y'all came all chummy. We've met each other a few times in passing. I don't know specifics, but I don't believe any of us were especially close.
We're all decently good friends, and also Theo.
That's the best way to put it.
Oh, so you're all friends, and then you adopted Theo and brought him in.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to get you some friends then. Got you. Okay, so that you know what it's like to be human again. Understood. This is adopt a
Tremere.
sorcerer. Okay, I was told a different word for that. But okay, but just adopt a Tremere and make him human again. Have you ever heard the song "Human Again" from Beauty and the Beast? We'll have to play it for you.
They're kind of like cats after the pyramid got destroyed. You know, you had to kind of get Tremere adopted into different coteries to make sure they stayed human. Otherwise, they kind of go feral.
Oh, he's gone feral?
No,
Not
I
quite.
Definitely haven't. I can tell you the names of the ones who have gone feral.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Do you need a hug?
No.
I feel like you need a hug. Just think I'm mentally giving you a hug right now, just so that I can respect your boundaries, but at the same time, make sure that you are loved, cared for, and protected. How's that?
He's gonna look over at Magnus and in Latin say, "Your student needs work." This lovey-dovey caring attitude's going to get her killed.
We'll work on it.
I understand that I need work, but the problem is that you need to understand that some of us have caught up with ages and languages, and also it's easier to hack in Latin because most people think it's dead. Therefore, they don't actually run it through the encrypting codes. It's how the Navajo-speaking code breakers actually did all of that code stuff back in World War II.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I was very removed from that, so I didn't know much about it.
That's okay. It seems like you're removed from a lot of things. It's all right. We're here to bring you back into humanity.
I'd rather not.
That's okay. How else are you supposed to rule over humanity if you don't understand it?
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to rule. That's actually an excellent distinction. Very few of us should rule.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Your bedside manner is not something I would ever encourage. Yeah. Especially with mallets and trying bloodletting.
I just miss it. I haven't performed it in years.
Well, missing one thing and never mind. Anyhow, so what are we doing tonight?
Okay, well,
We
I
have
got
appointment.
the electricity run to your little tech room down the passageway a bit.
Oh.
So you can set up, computers and stuff. The rest of us have an appointment at Elysium, so
What's it
I
like?
need to set.
Boring.
Really? Is it boring?
Whatever
Yep.
stick you think I have up my ass is doubled in girth for everyone in Elysia.
You're not.
Stick?
It's a girthy stick.
He's got a stick up his ass? I thought it was a steel
Entirety of
rod.
Elysium does.
Oh, here's something for you. If you're talking about a Pennsylvania joke for steel production, I was in Pennsylvania before it became a mecca of steel. So that doesn't apply to me.
No, it applies. By association. It's okay. We'll gently turn it into, something else and just let it slowly fall out. But we'll get to that. It'll take some time. I'm just glad you lost a tie. You look a lot more relaxed and more human.
I just didn't have work.
Well, I mean, I might get you on the dance floor sometime doing a little Zemo dancing. You'll be fine. I'm sure you were a great dancer when you were alive.
Well, I forgot Zemo was a thing.
You're welcome. It'll
You
be
miss-
fine. Yeah.
You all have missed the year or so that I tried a zoot suit. Didn't look right.
Please tell me it was during the 40s.
I don't remember when it was.
Because if it wasn't, then that explains it.
I'll have to think on it.
You can actually see her visibly biting her tongue. Okay, well, can I at least kind of look at the place that you guys are going to for Elysium, or do I have to stay back? Or is this a no touchy zone?
It's up to Magnus.
Are you saying you want to go to Elysium?
I mean, I'm saying I wouldn't mind walking around and peeking about.
Keep in mind,
Let's
the
give
rules
it
are real
another
strict.
week. I still need to do some, how should we put it, smoothing things over because of Alicia and Beckett dropping you in my lap.
Well, you can say it was done in LA, so therefore it's not underneath whatever to doing. I heard he was a pencil jerk.
Yes,
You're still a newcomer.
but there's
in the city.
still some strings to pull and things like that.
Okay, so you got the car though, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Cool.
It's an SUV.
Oh, even better. Oh my gosh, you know how many things I can haul with an SUV? So much.
As long as they don't get traced back to here.
Why would I ever get it traced? You do know I can. GPS is a thing.
GPS can be traced.
Yes, true, but not to the place where I will park the car, then haul the things and make sure that it's all here. Alleys
As
are
long
a
as it's
thing.
not traced back here, that's what I care about.
Okay.
And do understand that not all tracking devices are technological.
Okay, what other tracking devices do I need to worry about?
I'll make you one and you can see it.
Great. Does it work with EMPs?
No,
Oh,
an EMP will do nothing. It is a rock.
A rock?
A rock. Yes, a rock that
What
I
am
can
I supposed
tell.
to do with a rock?
I can tell you its exact direction at all times for roughly a week.
Oh, so you really are a wizard.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad, and I'm so scared.
I mean, there are those that would say he's half a wizard because what
There
his
are
plan
actual-
used to be.
There are actual wizards in the world that are far more accomplished at doing things than I am, unfortunately.
Okay, half wizard. Well, at least you're not a full Harry Potter. Okay, well, do the things. I will catch you later, and I will make a decent server room for you guys.
Enjoy your alcove.
Alcove. No, trust me, I will need a bigger room. Well, I'll figure it out. You guys just have fun in your Elysium. Just don't pick up any girls and no wild parties. You're too old for that.
Yeah, we might break our hip.
I think you'll break more than just your hip. Have fun!
Hi, Misty.
Bye. And she'll start going to the alcove or the room and start cleaning it out to bring
It's
things
a
in.
pretty big room. It's one of the places where they would have stored the rum while, transporting it. So
That's fair. And, she'll just say alcove. He doesn't even understand what the size of rooms are as you guys are leaving. And it doesn't take you guys long to get to Elysium. But while all this was going on, we've got Dr. Taylor, Kajai, and Bastion over at Elysium. Hello.
Hello.
So
after I'm dying over all the fucking jokes, Jesus Christ.
you're welcome. Never say she was not entertaining.
So Taylor's at the Field Museum, actually not for socialization. She is there because her students, she's in the Department of Archaeology with the University of Illinois in Chicago. They are tied to the Field Museum. Some of their classes are done there. They also do exhibits there from things that they have had, and they do museum studies and all that stuff as part of the curriculum. So her students have just set up an exhibit in one of the halls of the museum, and she's just there basically looking over the work.
While she's doing that, Bastion is also doing some supervising himself, because there's a couple of new faces in town that are taking photos, making some publishing work, posting in some blogs and things like that. This coterie of young Toreadors are taking an interest in this new open part of the museum, and Bastion is literally in a corner alongside Taylor, He does a deep sigh and goes, "How do you do this?
Do what?
Supervise children."
That's why I have grad students.
Honestly, they might as well be children.
No, I find, I will say, most of my students are really great. They're in it because they are passionate about it. They want to learn. They want to really get into, get their hands in the dirt, find cool shit, study it. Some of them want to do museum work. Some of them want to be field. Some of them want to do academic, but they're really into it. But I do occasionally get some problem students. Usually it's rich boys who think that, their shit don't stink. And that's when I turn on my charm, as it were. And I don't even have to look them in the eye.
Honestly, I love this approach. Right?
Yeah.
I'm dealing with this pet project, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And passion is there, absolutely. You can see. He points at one of them, a fledgling with blue hair that's taking a lot of photos of one of the excavations and being it's selfies, and it's more focused on her than on the excavation. And he goes, but they lack so much finesse at times. But I will try my best to do as good as orientation work as I can.
Have you ever had to take on an orient? Ever?
Never.
Hmm.
Not once in my life or after.
Hmm. Yeah. Be clear about expectations. Open with that. State what you expect them to do, and then hold them to it.
You see, yeah. One gets unused to use honesty, right? After some time.
Mm-hmm.
It might be as well be a good approach. He looks around another time, gives another round. Mind going for a little walk? I think our children are up to the task of doing exactly what they're doing here.
Sure. And she'll put an arm in his and just walk.
Yeah. Bastian will walk them a little further out of the prying ears. Of course, they will still be here, but and he'll go.
I think this is when Kajai will arrive, and wearing an all-black suit, and will look around until he finds someone he knows.
And you see the two of them walking away, and oh, that's nice. We have a third wheel to this car.
Good evening to the two of you as well. You seem in good spirits.
Good evening, Kajai.
Good evening. You also seem particularly light tonight. What's the occasion?
We got to eliminate a few unwanted. Not as good a fight as some of the better ones, but they were fun. It was a good opportunity to stretch.
Oh. Do tell me the details at a later moment. I also enjoy a good activity. But we were
still. You still watching your coterie?
Yes. I was actually trying to run away from that with Doctor here.
So on brand.
You told me to be honest.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
I would hate to see the kind of damage they could do to your reputation if left
Oh,
unwatched for too long.
I'm counting on that, honestly. I seem to be gathering some good reputation around. I can't stand that.
You need a good scandal.
Of course.
Yeah.
Can you? I am half of the mind of doing something right in the middle of Elysium simply because I want the emotion out of it.
As you say that, this woman comes up to you guys. You fuck with my Elysium, I fuck with you. And this woman has a multicolored mohawk. You'll see her in Chicago Hidden City. And she kind of just stands there looking with her arms crossed. We're not doing anything like that here now, are we, Bastion?
Now, I do have a question for you, Mrs. Skipper. What exactly do you think are we doing?
Your Toreador. Anything's on the table. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, Cordelia. You are not
Thank
wrong.
I can't burrow my way out of your accusations if you do not give me specifics. I am
I
trying
don't
to be...
have to give you I don't have to give you a list of things that I know that you will try to attempt to do just to do it.
Don't worry, Cordelia. I'm not actually planning on fucking with your Elysia or any other Elysia for that matter.
I have fastball special people faster out of this whole building than you shotguns.
Now that's a competition I'm interested in.
Yeah, well, when Loden was in charge, I can tell you for a fact, I knew exactly how many. I have a count. Can you get up to about, I don't know, a couple thousand?
I would have to check my notes back in my haven. But
Wait, did you actually take notes?
I am a Toreador. Of course.
Hence my question. Did you take notes?
Yes. Of course. It's what's the word, Doctor? Encoded or something?
Ah, yes, encoded.
Yeah. So if someone breaks into my haven, they don't say, what is this gigantic kill count in here?
Encoded, you mean?
It's an interesting thing to hide, Bastion. I assure you.
I'm just trying to figure out who's going to be the first one to throw it out on the table because we're obviously measuring cocks here, right?
I don't have one. I think I'd be measuring my tits.
They are impressive, but
lovely tits.
Thank you. As I once said, I had huge tracts of land, and I keep going with that. I'm sorry, Kajai. How are you doing?
Oh, I am wonderful. Gotten to get some good exercise. So for the first time in a while, would love for you to join us one night.
You know, I would love to. Oh, tell me not to have a good time with some Sabat. Damn. You mopped the floor up with them.
They were not much to write home about. Fighters had barely learned how to hold the right end of a sword, let alone use it, but it was fun. It was the closest thing to a date I've had in 100 years, give or take.
Okay, so now you're going to date the sheriff.
Ooh.
Okay, good to know. I may or may not tell her that. She might find that interesting.
We need to get you a date for real, Kajai.
Yeah.
Have you met Georgiana?
Oh, yeah.
I have.
No, not you, them.
Friend.
No.
Okay. You see that La Sombra lady up there? The one with the brown hair?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All I have to do is tell her to do a flourish. She was a pirate.
Oh.
Okay, we don't have to get you a date. Hook up with that. Trust. Hook up with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I have some experience in that regard. So let me just say, you're going to have a fun time.
She double blades.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
We have met quite a few times. She's robbed me a few times. That during the great pirate era, so
I mean,
was
she
fun.
did roll England's underground for quite some time. I'm kind of jealous on that.
She did indeed.
Okay, so mental note. Definitely get some popcorn, some blood wine, and watch you two. Got it.
Oh, don't say that. It's lovely.
No, this is good. This is entertainment.
It's entertainment.
Do you know how often I get to go out?
Mm.
Really?
Well, see, you need to fix that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to. We're looking for, shall we say, assistant keepers of Elysium, because unfortunately this is busy now all the freaking time.
Why is that?
You know that one clan that we don't tend to talk about in polite company?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the movers and shakers are moving and shaking.
Mm-hmm.
And there has been some new introductions into Gilder.
Anyone worth of note?
Besides Lodensburg reproducing like mad.
Really?
Talking about rabbits in here, right?
Look, they put you all to shame.
I am aware.
No,
I mean, Loden couldn't keep his fangs out of people. I mean, it's just...
Just had Capone here last night.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you clean up the place well?
Oh, I made him do it.
You know, I hear now they treat that with an antibiotic shot in the ass.
I wish I could. And don't get me wrong. This gentleman was lovely.
I'm sure.
Oh, yes. I would love to have broken him.
Uh-huh.
But unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to.
Yeah.
Apparently, now he's going for accountants.
Hmm.
And this guy wasn't even from Chicago.
Really?
Indiana.
Really?
Indianapolis, to be exact.
I see.
Huh.
Let's just say somebody's moving some stuff down there from what I've been told.
Are they now?
His shit's getting jacked too much trying to go into Wisconsin, so he's now trying to help Indianapolis. And let's just say Indianapolis's politics are shifting. Not Cam.
Imagine that.
It's quite
It
a
is a
trend
fitting.
nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be too much to hope that the Sabbat have taken it back?
That's not the people taking it over, sadly.
Anarchs.
Yep.
Hmm.
Those that can't handle it here or don't think they have a position here or a future here going down in Indianapolis. Good times.
Disappointing.
Oh, hugely. I'd like to put a stake in all of them if I could. Throw them to Critias for a bit. Oh, they'll straighten up fine. There'll be no worries. She rolls her eyes to Haler.
If they survive the conversation.
Oh, come on. We're already having a trial by education between Critias and Watts. I mean, not Watts. I keep calling her that. Well, she does look hot, just like the actress. Between Critias and Stewart, they're trying to bide for who's going to get the education in the city. She's already put a bid in, and Peterson's looking it over. Yeah, I know about the other deal. I'm aware.
Peterson is such a raging misogynist. He's never going to give it to her.
No, I know. I told her that.
Which is a fucking shame. She's doing a great job.
You're not wrong.
Indeed. Pathetic that so many of us still pretend to be so human, but that's how it works.
Well, she's at least trying where, no offense, Taylor, Mr. Ding Dong, I wear a toga, is turning around and just flatulating all over the place. He thinks he's got this in the bag, and Watts is actually proving to put things in use. So I don't know where Jackson's going to go. Yeah, I'm aware of that too. I'm keeping Peterson in the dark because I got some money on this one because I don't know where the hell this is going to go.
Oh, I do.
To in hell in a handbasket?
Doubtful.
Uh-oh.
There's higher ups involved.
No, yeah, I know. She stopped by. She finally left.
Oh, did she?
Not without orders.
Oh.
Not to me.
Mm-hmm.
Point that one out.
Yeah.
I am not underneath her.
No. Thank fuck for that.
Yeah, Peterson's underneath some orders from what I understand.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's just say he took his favorite ghoul home last night. He hasn't left this place in what? A year and a half?
Huh.
He thinks he's secure.
He thinks he's secure.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Meanwhile,
everyone's running around trying to find out who's got the bigger dick and who can take over.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Look, all I know is the Archons have left too.
Oh.
Not the
All
wolf
together?
pack, right?
The Wolf Pack's here, but their Archon leader is not here. He's actually down in Indianapolis.
Is he now?
And so is the Milk.
Really?
What are they deeming so important to do down there?
Find out what's
Movers
going
and
on down
shakers.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Second City.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm not a fan of either Archon. But seeing them both leave, huge fucking relief here. I just have to deal with the Archon's kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's no big deal. Well, she is, but she isn't. I don't have to worry about her. She keeps her own self.
She has a nice gun range.
Yeah, she's trying to break away from him. I don't know why. Fucking French misogynist. He's an asshole.
They never know the benefits of what they have until they lose it.
That's truth.
Hey, when you were a whipping boy for some French fuckhead, what was it, nobleman, and then get embraced and turn into some fucking Archon who thinks he can turn around and make, crazy ass people, who the fuck knows?
There are some where the authority and power just goes right to their head.
And to their balls. Unfortunately, I can't take them off. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Sadly, that's a big truth around
a
lot of people.
Not wrong. So how are your kids doing? And she looks both to Bastion and Taylor. I'll ask about your kids when you have some, Kajai.
My kids?
The kids running around from the university.
Okay, side that. Kajai, do you have kids?
No. Not since 1770 or so.
Oh, so you did embrace.
No, when I was a mortal.
You had a son, yes?
Yes.
Oh.
How's that family line going then?
They're fine. Still doing something in the Middle East. My presence was a bit too much of a draw, so I was forced to leave them, but they should be able to handle themselves.
Well, you still watch in on them, right?
From time to time.
My students are doing great. They really are. I'm preparing to send a group of them over to Prague this summer.
Nice.
Yeah. Got an interesting project with Charles University over there. And it should be good for them. Especially some of the grad students going. It'd be great for their dissertation.
Hey, if you want to dig in the dirt to find that stuff, go for it by all means.
Yep. And there's also a archive project that they're doing. They're doing an electronic archive, so that's going to be some great experience for them.
that explains why all the cameras, scanning equipment, and all the other things that I'm looking at going, I don't know what the fuck that is, but
Yep.
I'm just going to nod and smile.
Yep, because they're doing the same type of work here, so that's why we're partnering up with Charles University to help them with theirs.
Okay, nice, because they were trying to explain to me what the fuck they were doing, and I think it was like the third or fourth word in, and I kind of just spaced.
The main thing is, throughout history, just having written accounts on paper and such like that, if something happens, like Chicago's prone to fires, you lose it.
Truer words have never been spoken.
So
That's
now the
Alexandria
technology has
Brace,
gotten to
right?
the point where we can digitize and have records centralized in a place where they are more secure.
Microfiche.
Kind of, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
God, I feel old.
I know.
It's so sad.
Speaking about feeling old, he points at their kids. One of them currently filming boomerang reel on Instagram, and he goes, they try to explain to me what they're doing.
Oh, that I understand. That I know.
Yes. Up until the point it leaves social media and starts going wild in the internet. And by that point, honestly speaking,
That's why you put filters in and you have it labeled filter. You can do anything on a computer program called After Effects, where we can actually say it's altered or doctored. You could do a whole flashing eye thing on Snapchat, and people don't see it as eyes of the beast. They just see you doing a red eye filter.
Yeah, they're talking about that, using this whole thing, that Instagram thing that they say is going to be the next big thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if you ever seen Tumblr.
Yeah, I did have a run-in some time about Tumblr and a weird place. Kajai, it's not important. You're not missing anything.
Yes. I am partially thankful for our inability to use technology. It seems pointless, but
Everything that technology can do, you can say to someone to do it. You don't have to do the hassle yourself.
That or just stick it to analog.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have my ghoul take care of it.
That's fair.
But how's the whole situation of this big movement in Elysium doing nowadays? Considering the whole, problem. I can't imagine that your whole career in here has been any type of dull.
Look, I like putting Annabelle in her place. It's the main reason why I took this job.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Oh no, you haven't. You haven't been here. When I've had to put her on her ass.
Oh, have you?
She was only here last week with this whole new fucking Toreador bitch. She has to meet him. Look, I already know his schedule. He's not going to add any more people to him. Let me just say, when I put her on her ass, this tiny little cupcake decided to try and step up to me. And I just told her what I was. I said, I'm going to do what I have to do. This is my job. She didn't like it. And she realized throwing on at me was not going to be a good thing. She politely smiled. She had this kind of really thick accent.
Greek?
It's something like that, yeah. Helped her up. Helped Annie up. And I call her Annie because it pisses her off. And they walked out. They did a formal introduction 2 nights ago.
Oh. Did you
what?
Did you catch the name of this young one?
Yeah, Portia. Porsche. Why do you have to name yourself after a fucking car?
Oh.
The name is
It's not even
the name is older than the car.
Why would you name yourself after a badass car? It's not very good. And I don't mean badass isn't really like sick, cool car.
No, but she's not.
Just Porsche.
She's the name is older than the car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do I need to know something because you guys are looking at me?
No.
No.
Are you honestly asking why Toreador is willing to ask more gossip about the Primogen?
Did
But-
Annabelle claim it was her child?
No. She didn't claim being that. She did not claim Annabelle as being her sire, but she was left on Annabelle's doorstep.
Hmm.
Sire was gone.
Mm-hmm.
As an
Juicy.
ashed.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
some kind of pack picked her up and brought her to Annabelle. Ask me if I believe it.
Of course you don't.
She knew way too much.
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah, there's
like it.
nothing I need to tell you, but you'll figure it out.
So I figured it out. Got you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Big Papa Daddy's around, right?
Yeah. Heard that. Heard he's running with
Tom.
wolves.
That's confirmed.
Is it?
It's confirmed.
Where?
Apparently up north.
Good.
Last time I heard they were going to Schaumburg.
Good.
I'm terrified.
As anyone with a half a brain should be.
I think I've got a full brain, but that's questionable at times. Especially when I go to, a good concert.
Yeah.
A good metal concert. May or may not be a little bit there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
No.
yeah.
Not liking this.
Yeah. So,
Let me be a little more. You're doing a fine job. Everything's going
Thanks.
to be fine.
Don't
it's
lie
just
to
going to
me.
be hilarious when they try to make us go against each other and she looks to Bastion.
Yeah, and when they look at Taylor,
Oh, fuck. I wasn't there for your introduction, Bastion. Are you part of
Oh, yeah.
Can you believe it?
Suck My Tit and Call Me Sally? Holy crap.
Uh-huh.
It's so funny when we think about it.
No. Well, it is. But it isn't,
I
but-
mean, there was Morocco.
Oh,
Okay, well, there's certain things I didn't need to know. Right.
great parties.
Okay.
Let me start at that.
The party was amazing.
Mhm. Great parties, lovely wine, things like that. The scenery, absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Jai, you've managed to come into, a pair of just so well-known people that get along so well. It's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. We are quite the illustrious group.
Yeah, speaking
Mhm.
of group, the other three of yours is coming in. And you will see Spotter, Magnus, and Theodore coming in.
Oh, it's that late already?
Oh, yep. It's time to actually head out pretty soon.
Oh, you're leaving me
Yeah, unfortunately.
with your kids?
Oh, my kids are leaving. They're gone. They're done.
Yeah,
good.
my kids are gonna be your problem now.
Bitch, you better stand up and recognize.
I'm joking. It was
No,
always,
you're not.
No, it
It's always a
wasn't.
yeah, I'm not. It was. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
Sure it is. Before I gently fastball special you out, and she'll look at Spotter, Magnus, and Theodore and go, "Hey, gentlemen, here are your friends."
Cordelia,
Yeah, they've been behaving, Cordelia.
always
Mostly,
a pleasure,
yes.
dear.
Of
Good
course.
to see you, Cordelia.
I can't wait to see you guys handle this lovely fun time you all are having.
Yeah.
Oh, and she kind of brushes Kajai's shoulder, if that's okay. And you see a little bit of dust flying off it. And she goes, I think you have a little bit of your former friends on you.
Your attention to detail is Always welcome.
Thank you.
I do have something for cleaning that specific type of dust off in my backpack if you want, Kajai.
Perhaps on our way.
Yeah. I'll tide you up. Don't worry.
I'm gonna go and make sure that your little ruffians, Bastion, do not fuck up my Elysium.
Have fun.
Yeah, and if they do powers again, I
Kick
hope
their
you will
asses.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
They will deserve
Bastion?
whatever comes to them. Don't worry.
Bastion, how good are you with knots?
Lord.
Do you want the honest answer?
Yes.
Do you want the context for the honest answer?
Yes.
Let me just say a lot.
Good, then you'll know how to untie them.
Okay.
I'm good
You
at
were
that.
calling me to a type of party I wasn't aware you were enjoyer.
Well, you never asked.
That's my sin. We're going to talk more later, Cordelia.
I'm sure. And she will head out and she will leave you all to having your conversation.
All right.
That was lovely.
Good evening.
Good evening. What are these expressions? How was your night?
Where's your tie, Tio?
Well, Theo took his tie off.
I forgot it.
It was
Same
down here
difference,
for me.
really. Apparently, that's what was holding the steel rod up.
Oh my god! What did he do? I didn't know.
It couldn't hold much of anything. It was a clip-on tie.
I see the ties coming back spiritually.
Our evening has been interesting and, for myself, mildly aggravating, but...
Well, that means entertaining. I get it.
Oh my god, I need to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for everyone else, that means entertaining to some extent. Although, Spotter, you're looking at him like, what the fuck?
Okay, so I'm going to say the words stab and Misty and just let you fill in the rest.
Did you stab the baby wolf?
Not successfully.
Why would you try that?
She was curious. I was curious. Wanted to see just how tough she was.
Was it consensual?
Hesitantly, but she did give verbal confirmation, yes. It slipped my mind that we were in a club that was populated with people, so it is probably a good thing that she dodged it.
What?
For the first time.
Only the first time. The second time was behind proper barriers.
Okay.
Let's not
Dr.
hold
Smith?
this conversation here.
Dr. Smith, I'm just going to tell you, the next time you fuck up like that, you're going in the cell at the cell block until you learn the first tradition again.
There are ears everywhere. Let's continue this conversation outside.
Okay. You have a point, Kajai. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, so I got us all an appointment. So.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
I got some info about her as well.
Awesome. We can talk in the car.
Yes.
And we get in the car and we share our info.
It will be a nice limo.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what she's up to is educational things.
Yep.
She likes to go about teaching. It was only women up until recently, but now she's open to anyone in the area. And she's trying to outbid fucking Capone at that.
Yeah, we just found that out. She's trying to compete with Cretius, with Peterson, trying to get the education of the neonates and fledglings.
Well, we could always have them go to Naomi first, and then any ones that don't pass her muster get sent to Critias for remedial education.
It's an idea.
It's a very
The two of
conciliatory
them will
way.
agree.
I couldn't hear because both of you were talking at once.
Oh,
What'd you say? What'd you say, Ree?
I doubt they both will agree.
All right. Well, my intention, I did pick up the demands that Edward had. I want to find out what she wants to back Jackson. And if this is what she wants, I'll present it along with Neely's because he's going to need the outsiders to help him.
Mm-hmm.
And because Capone is doing some serious shit, like moving shit to Indianapolis.
Okay, I need to ask, do we know who is pushing Capone's buttons? Because that syphilis-rotted brain of his could not come up with this kind of thing on its own.
Trust me, I know.
Let me aggravate that. It's not only Indianapolis. It seems that he's moving things all the way up to Canada. He's reaching contacts in other cities, like spreading a whole web.
And supposedly
of
embraced
influence.
an accountant as well.
At the word Canada, Magnus just looks straight at Kajai. It was like,
Storyteller, do I know who is are the Sabbats still in control of most of Canada? Do what I know of this?
I know
Enough.
Montreal fell back to Cam.
Montreal did fall back to Cam. There are
Toronto's
some.
right across the lake.
Yeah, Halifax is in between. It's kind of 50-50. Victoria did not fall to. I don't believe Victoria took Sabbat. I think they're still Cam. But that's on the west end, west side of Canada. I'm naming ports and port
about
cities.
Toronto, though.
Toronto is in a mix, and they unfortunately are still battling that one out. I believe they actually go back to Sabbat, but right now they're currently battling.
Yeah. So yeah, no. I hate to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised in the fucking slightest if Maxwell wasn't somewhere involved in Capone's shit. Because as much shit as I give Maxwell from everything I've been able to learn about him, he's not stupid. He's arrogant. He's fucking arrogant to the point of doing stupid shit, but he is not stupid.
Conniving bastard.
He's a conniving bastard. Right. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's tied to it. And considering that Indianapolis is the major city where Gary is not, setting it up as a fallback in case it falls apart. But Indianapolis, it's getting, the anarchs are pushing to get control of it.
Sounds like you might be helping them.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Question is, do we want to interfere? Technically, we have not been asked to help Jackson secure his crown outside
That's up
of
to you.
our actual
I want
job.
Jackson in my motherfucking pocket.
That's also a good point. How many good opportunities would we have to rid the city of that fucking bastard that's Capone? That would be endorsed. And now it seems like it's a good time to do that. As he's spreading, his attention seems a little lower. Might be an opportunity that's golden and might pass if we let it slide.
I mean, I don't need a title. I don't need shit. But having a prince owe me, that's fucking huge.
Very well.
And as you guys
right.
drive, are you going to sit? Sorry, go on, Kajai.
No, go ahead. I was done.
All right. As you guys drive, we're going to go to break because, yes, this is a lot.
Yeah. We'll be back in roughly 10 minutes, y'all.
And we're back.
Yep.
They had a very nice and long drive to what looks like a very posh and very upstanding school made out of almost like limestone, which is normally found in this area, and granite and mixed with some marble. It's up, not exactly in the completely north side, but it's mid-north, it's past the Gold Coast. And there's a woman waiting there, clipboard kind of in hand, and she smiles as you guys come out.
And Taylor will get out of the car and say, "Good evening."
Good evening, Dr. Hammond.
Yes. And these are my associates.
Perfect. Miss Stewart is waiting for you guys if you would like to follow me.
Thank you.
And she will lead you into what looks like a refurbished mansion that you can tell looks like an old school. Not just old, we're talking old. And it reminds you probably of some of the schools you guys have attended, except for Taylor, because Taylor was raised completely different.
Yeah. Being the daughter of a nobleman. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
She had governesses.
Exactly. What's a school? And as you guys go up the stairs, the richly carved oak, this is a gorgeous place. No expense has been spared. You get down about 3 doors down to the right. There is a door, and she will gently knock on it. And you hear this rich, forgive me, I cannot do the rich voice, but still, it's this rich voice coming out, very soothing, very almost like butter. And we're not talking about just rice and butter. We're talking butter. And she says, exactly, butter. We listen to Linda Reichman, okay? And the door opens. She nods her head and she allows you all to go in as you see, oh, that's a wrong thing. And I sent it to the wrong person. That's fine. Give me like 30 seconds. Because
you can send that to me all day.
That's fair. I keep wanting to say Naomi Watts, and I apologize.
It's Naomi Stewart.
Yeah.
Because it's the Stewart Freeman Academy.
Yeah. And you see this woman standing up behind a desk, and she smiles and greets you, asking you all to come on in.
Miss Stewart, thank you so much for setting aside time to meet with us. And,
of course, Dr. Hammond.
And Taylor will go ahead and sit down.
Gentlemen.
Yep, I'll take a seat.
Thank
Look
you.
around.
Miss Stewart.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for accommodating for us.
Of course.
I take a look for any obvious cameras.
No, there are no cameras here.
Okay.
And the door will close, but it does not lock.
Mm-hmm. And then Taylor said, I appreciate, especially on such short notice, I understand you're a very busy woman.
I am, but for your lineage, I'm willing to accommodate.
Appreciate it. I'm here with my associates because I'm sure you're aware members of your clan are, well, as the birds like to say, moving and shaking.
Shaking and baking is something that they all like to do, but then what do you expect from them?
Exactly.
Mm.
And basically, Kevin Jackson asked us to do a certain favor for him.
He did now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I figured you would have known. It's like the worst kept secret in the city.
I'd like to hear it from your lips, if that's possible, as she eases back.
He asked us, well, if you know anything about me, you know I'm an archaeologist, and he asked us to look into finding some items that had been missing for a long time.
Did he now?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And it's all in his bid for Praxis.
Of course he'd go for that.
Yeah. Considering the competition, you've got Peterson, who's, excuse my bluntness, but has royally fucked shit up.
No, please be blunt. I appreciate it.
Then you've got supposedly Capone even directly making moves himself.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured that'd get a reaction.
I may or may not be counting. She'll pick up a wine glass and it's clearly blood. So I may or may not be already taking care of that.
Oh, are you? Excellent. Also heard that one of my clan members, Maxwell, is looking to try again.
That name I haven't heard in a long time.
Oh, I know.
Could have gone without hearing it for an even longer time.
She actually pauses and makes a note.
Honestly, the best chance of any kind of actual stability in the city will likely be Jackson.
You willing to bet on that horse?
At this point, looking at the options that I know of, yes.
Fair assessment.
Because while he is young, and I dare say inexperienced,
Very.
I believe he might be teachable. And as a professor, that's important.
Teachable in what regard?
Teachable into actually being a good prince for a domain like Chicago.
You think he's got that spark?
I think he's got it.
So how are you wanting me to play into this, shall we say, deck of Ventru?
Well, I hear that you are bidding against Cretius for educating the young ones.
Well, it is something I have already done, but at the same time, why not make it official?
I understand, and I am not in disagreement. I have seen the results of your work here.
Appreciate it, but it'd be a feasting ground for your clan member.
Yes, I do know. I know exactly what they're trying to set up with him being the head of educating the young. It's basically him getting delivery.
I know. As I mentioned, when was the last time, forgive me again, Dr. Hammond, but when was the last time that crusty ass actually had a handle dealing with a childer?
Yeah, exactly. Damien?
Yeah. You want to call that a success story?
No.
Not even close.
Not even close. Yeah. So literally, I understand. I believe that, well, actually, Dr. Sanchez here had a really good idea. Something you might want to consider.
And that is?
If we can talk to Jackson to get him to want your support, because I believe he's going to need the support of not just because his brood is out gunning, period. He's going to need the support of the outliers, the ones not part of Loden's brood.
That would be me and Neely.
Well, Neely's part of the brood, but he's also not part of the brood, if you know what I mean.
That man is so removed from the brood, it's not even funny. He's considered a red-headed stepchild.
I know. I've met him.
Oh, glad you have.
But yeah, so that's you and Neely. And if you want to educate the young, then have those that don't meet your rigorous standards be sent to Cretius.
Call it remedial education.
Exactly.
Oh, sloppy seconds, let's be honest.
Yeah. But you send him the cast-offs. Those without potential. If he's going to feast, feast.
I'll agree to this with one more little thing.
What is it?
It's about how time we actually had a primogen. Naming it. Not that I want the power. God knows I don't need it. But I want to put those little fucks in their place. Excuse me. You think Capone, no offense, Ballard, and all the other little guys understand what it is to try and really run a business from
Ballard
a
has
self.
No,
people
they have
run-
people do it for them.
I know, but I don't like people running my things
I know.
when I know I can actually have control over it. Yes, I have ghouls. Yes, I have people running this, that, and the other thing. But that's how people get sloppy.
Mhm.
That's how people get leaked. That's how people get problems. I have never had a problem. In the other, 120, 130 years I've been doing this? You don't have problems when you turn around and you have your hand in it. And you don't reach for more than what you can handle. Can I be permission? Absolutely. But can I turn around and make sure that they are accountable for all of their masquerade breaches? And no
Understood.
offense, Dr. Smith, your little family, DeSablo is one of the biggest walking breaches ever. He's the one who can start most of this anarch movement that we're dealing with now.
So I've heard.
I know my clan might be, shall we say, droll. But we all need to start picking up the pieces.
Yeah. And very few do that as well as Ventru.
And why don't we just keep us all accountable? I made sure that all of mine are clean.
Exactly. I can pass that along. I plan to have a discussion with Kevin. Because no, he didn't ask us to garner more support for him. But he's also young and inexperienced.
Oh, 100 times fold.
And
Lo didn't bother to do anything with him.
of course not. Of course not.
Blessing and a curse.
It wasn't even a blessing, it was a curse. I mean, 13 years after he got embraced? Not even 13. I believe it was 10 that Loden got run off into a lake. Who knows if he survived? Didn't see the ashes.
So someone like that found a way to survive.
It's Loden. He'll find any way to survive.
Yeah.
Do you think he's done with his hooks in the city?
Of course not.
Depends on how deep in the lake he went.
Depends on who he can control. That man will run this place through the shadows. And no offense, Mr. Kajai, I do know your reputation. And I do know your family. The thing is that I don't even think your family can hide it in the shadows the way that this man did. Or is. Who knows? You don't think Jackson
We
is
shall see.
being put up in there as a puppet?
You think Loden can command Lucinda? She's the one that's orchestrating this shit.
Who put the bug in
Along
her
with
ear?
someone else.
That is an excellent question. Who put the bug in her ear?
Odin did fine up until 9 to 3. And then all of a sudden, things fell apart. You don't think he wants a second chance? But not the front seat?
Possibly. Or it might be others pulling strings.
No, my clan. I don't think people are done here yet, which we thought that was done.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. It's funny how some of us just can't seem to stay dead.
I mean, Capone, least of all. I mean, I thought the STT did it. Clearly, it did not.
No, it did
Should've.
not. But he really needs to be eliminated because he is still a walking masquerade priest just by existing.
You are literally preaching to the choir on this.
Yes.
But because I have spoken, as we've spoken with Neely, we're now speaking with you. I plan to meet with Kevin to present, look, you can get the support of two very important people that can really back you. Give them these things and make it happen. I plan to teach him. What you don't know about me is that I have ruled before. I did it in life.
Okay. Fair.
I know what it takes, and I know what he needs to learn. And I've been around our society for a long damn time. And I have danced, as it were, with archons and justicars and princes and what have you.
Interesting company.
Exactly. So I will teach him. Some of the lessons are going to be hard learned, but he will learn.
The right ones are.
Exactly.
You and your gentleman friends are all going to do this?
She looks to her compatriots.
It's
I
slow going.
What
Wait,
needs
slow
to
going.
happen?
Y'all need to be on the same page here.
Heaven is our best chance at building a city that will stand when our real enemies return.
Mhm.
I'm not as optimistic, but I do believe Kevin can become something powerful, something dangerous. The paladin will have to show that he can be more than potential soon enough.
Indeed.
I think we've
He
all
has
agreed
good
that-
ideas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I think we all agreed that he's not ready right now, but given the proper coaching, he will be well enough. I mean, we need a strong Camarilla so the enemy doesn't come back.
You're the one who laid up the underground, didn't you?
He stretches the back of his head. Yep.
Okay. Noted.
Not a
You're the
one-trick
one.
pony.
You're far from there, at least from what I heard. You, and she'll point gently to Bastion, you're the one with the rose coterie running around trying to find out information, aren't you?
Guilty as charged.
Interesting. And I've heard a lot about you, Dr. Smith.
Like what?
The walls talk.
Uh,
I have friends down in the underground, if you know what I mean.
I need to start carrying a pillow to scream into when I come across these things.
She'll open up her drawer and hand him a clip-on tie. You missing this?
They played a practical joke on you, Dr. Smith.
He doesn't put the tie back on. It goes in with everything else in his life into the doctor's bag.
I know about Kajaka's. His history is amazing. Not to mention, I may or may not be friends with Georgiana.
How fascinating.
Is it?
I have not did not realize so many people were welcoming to my family.
Well, it's just
kindred.
with the right, shall we say, lineage, it's easier. But then again, Georgiana and I go back a spell.
You'll have to tell me that story.
Oh, I will. Trust me. You'll enjoy it. And you, and she'll point to Sanchez, you're the one with the little girl, don't you?
That is one of the characteristics I have.
Yeah. I found her last night. I'm sorry. Found her last night. We had a bit of a spell of a talking, let me tell you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I like her ideas.
She does have a lot of those.
How much for your internet connecting worth?
You asking about getting her to set you up?
Oh.
Secure lines?
If you all talk to Jackson about what I'm trying to do, let's just say I'm sure, and she'll look right at Spider. I'm sure you'd love to see ShrekNet too, wouldn't you?
Oh, I know.
Far more secure than when Weatherbottom can do.
Oh, God.
Exactly, Mom.
This lines up with something else I was wanting to discuss with you, Miss Stewart.
Go for it.
Setting up educational centers, art centers, things like that in the south side.
Already doing that.
Yes, and I'd like to help.
With how are you going to help?
Finances, and also I can get you teachers, artists, things like that.
I need the teachers and the artists the money. I've gotten spades.
Okay.
No,
I'll go
appreciate it.
I'll talk to some people. Get
Actually,
in touch with them.
I heard you have security. Good security. Chicken wings.
I could talk to them as well, yes.
I want that. Name a price, name what they want, they'll have it.
I'll discuss it with them.
Capone is pushing it on Southside hard.
Mm-hmm.
More so than I like, because I have some friends down there. More so than, shall we say, and she'll gently pat the stone wall behind her. More than this.
Mm-hmm.
You give me that kind of protection? I'll see about giving you the world. How's that? And I mean the world. I know your digs. Permanently funded. Sound good? That's what I thought.
Miss Stewart, you are talking my language.
Of course I am. Money opens all sorts of windows
Of course
and
it
doors.
does.
I can help Mr. Smith with whatever you need for your projects. I can help Dr. Taylor as well. Kajai, name your price. I know, Bastion, you just want to do a little romping. That's not a problem. Spotter, you name it. I'm looking to try and move this thing better than Jackson ever could. And I have the funds to do it and the means.
You would be an outstanding Primogen.
That's what I'm aiming for, putting these people in their place and bringing this place back to where it needs to be. And now,
Because a
I can tell you
prince
now, the
cannot
sin was never
manage the
here.
clan and the city. The city is too big.
Oh, that's okay. Little boys need to be, shall we say, good dressing down by a nanny.
Absolutely.
I can be their nana. Not a problem.
I dare say you could teach them some damn manners, too.
Not wrong. Yes, Dr. Smith, you're looking question into me.
Do you happen to have any recommendations of any other of your clan that we might want to have a discussion with?
That is a question I have not heard in a hot minute. How about if I give you a list soon enough? I don't have one at this moment, but I have a couple potentials I'm sure I can bring up to you. They're more, shall we say, meaning or in the middle of things, or like kind of like in the middle. They're not high up, but as I said, money can move anything, and they've got the money for it. Yes, Bastian.
Getting to know the cogs is important to run a machine, right?
Of course. And I have a lot of cogs in the wheels, because if I can't move this machine, what good am I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will throw my support behind Jackson as long as the six of you promise to teach that boy some not only manners, but to teach him how to lead.
That's what I plan to teach them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
How to truly navigate that level of our society.
We're going to need it.
Yeah. Because right now he doesn't have that. I'm going to let you in on something I find rather hilarious. But this is my starting point with him. And you as an educator understand why I find this hilarious, because I know I have my work cut out for me. But I like a challenge. And literally, when he asked us to find these objects that he wants us to find, I clarified, you just want us to find them. And he said, yeah.
It?
Yeah.
Not retrieve them?
No.
Not bring them to
No.
them?
No.
No,
Not
Even deliver them to the people who need it.
No.
absolutely nothing else.
He's lucky that so many of us are overachievers.
Exactly. So while we are competent and all of us have age on us, so we are very skilled and we've survived much, we know that what he meant was to retrieve them, possibly ensure that they get delivered to who they need to get delivered to, but he wasn't thinking like that. So when the time comes that that's going to happen, he's going to now owe us. That's going to be the first lesson he learns.
Apparently,
to choose his
he
words
didn't have a happy
carefully.
bum.
Yeah.
And let me say, he didn't even have the harpy run it. I went to Elysium after to try and discuss things, to see if that was really true, and nothing was raised.
Mm-mm.
Was it even documented?
No.
He will learn. He will learn the hard way with this one instance.
Of course, I don't think anyone here is planning to do something nefarious.
No, not at all. He's just going to owe us for fulfilling the full deal.
Are you sure he doesn't have an STD in his brain either?
No, he doesn't. He's just young and inexperienced.
That is Capone level of incompetence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking from experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one time Loden decided not to stick his fangs in stupid, he didn't end up training him to be smart either.
Exactly. So leave
blank
it to the
slate is
brouhaha to fucking teach him.
A blank slate is still better than bad habits, at least.
True.
Yes.
But he has good ideas, truly. May I call you Naomi?
Of course.
Naomi, truly. He has good ideas. He has a vision that will bring stability to the city. He just has to learn how to hold it.
If he doesn't, we're looking at this same situation in another 10 to 15 years.
At 5 tops.
I'll come in, and you don't want me coming in.
Exactly.
I'll come in hot, too.
I know you will. Naomi, your reputation precedes. I was also here in the 60s.
Thank you.
So, needless to say, with your support backing him, Neely backing him, because Capone was there the night we spoke with him. Left just before us.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Trying to get
Weatherbottom.
Neely's support. And Weatherbottom was with them.
That little freak, I swear to God.
Oh, I...
No. Let's just say, not to talk about my clan members in such a interesting way.
Oh, please. It's gossip. Tell us.
Let's just say, he's not always the one behind the camera.
Who else has he got?
He's several. Whole little band of them.
Ghouls?
Mm-mm.
Childer?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And let's just say, from what I understand from his firstborn, he would give Edith a bit of a run for her money.
Really?
There's a reason why he's in the north side and goes up close to the roads, but doesn't cross. There are certain, shall we say, how do I put this delicately? There are certain establishments that may or may not go on the same par as Edith, but a little harder.
Mm.
And he may or may not be part of that.
Races in this city.
It takes every kind. Takes every kind here. And I accept everyone as they are. I just may or may not, undercut them when I think that they aren't actually going for the benefit of either the camp or the city. city first before the cam, but that's just because this is where I am.
Understood.
So you may watch out for Weatherbottom. He might not always be the one behind the camera, but he will always give you the information you're wanting. He might put up a little front, but it's a front. There's a reason why he's hanging out with Capone.
We have a decent resource working towards Weatherbottom at the moment.
That's fair. I would never say that you weren't. But he may or may not be a little bit more unhinged at times.
It feels like standard practice for Loden's descendancy.
Why do you think I stay away from most of them? I may or may not have to now reach out to Neely and see what he's exactly going for, which I think I can do rather quietly.
Yeah.
Is he still a part of, or has he completely come back?
He's come back. Peterson fucked him, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, completely fucked him.
Oh.
He's currently outside of Chicago.
Yeah. He's not allowed in the city, even though he's been accepted back.
That's what we were told. He was accepted back.
Yeah, he's been accepted back under the cam, but he's not allowed to do business in the city. He can send his ghouls to do business in the city, but he can't come into the city.
He said that Peterson's exact words were, he is not allowed to set 1 foot in Chicago itself.
Yep.
For his crimes of what he did previously.
Right.
As if those in the Camarilla can't be just as horrid as the Sabbat.
Exactly.
He turned over elders, if I remember correctly.
Yes, he did. That
Yes.
Peterson likely Diablerized, but Neely fucked him.
We are bringing the heavy hitters
It's
here.
juicy. It's juicy.
It
Oh
is
my
juicy.
God.
Neely literally brought in same clan, same generation.
Got nothing out of
Got
that.
nothing.
Yes, Naomi.
Got nothing.
At worst, some veins.
Because technically, all of Loden's child are elders.
This is correct, yes.
Neely is a cunning piece of shit, let me tell you.
You know, it takes a lot of me to respect Ventru.
He
here
got
and
my
that.
respect. That should say something. Because that was some epic cunning. I gotta give it to him. Because he knew Peterson was going to screw him.
Peterson isn't exactly what I would call top-notch.
Of course not. The only good thing he ever did was embrace Amelia Locke. That's the only good thing he's ever done.
Agreed.
Because Amelia and Tatiana, they are brilliant.
There. Would never argue that.
Yeah. I just hope his fall doesn't impact them. Because Amelia and Tatiana are fucking brilliant and they are assets to the city.
I mean, if we have a decent and well-connected Primogen to take care of them.
I have to be named Primogen to actually be able to. But you know what? I'll reach out to the ladies. I'll actually go see Neely tomorrow.
All right. Give Tatiana my love.
Of course.
We go back.
What can I do for all of you besides the little money pockets? There's something else y'all need. I mean, deeply need. I'm not talking money-wise. What do you all really want? And I'm not saying a boon. If you can give me the Primogen chip, what do y'all want? Truly.
I'm going to let the gentleman answer first.
You already said what I
City.
want.
chaos and power struggles that Loden's brood has put it through over the past 100 or so years.
All of you really is to make this city worth something when our enemies return, because they will return. These titles mean nothing in the face of power.
My clan's fall is not a grand secret. We did not plummet, but we hit some branches on the way down. What I want is our foothold in the city again, and then to weld the boot to the ground so we can't be ousted like last time.
She's gonna lean forward. I want a name. I'll send you the details.
You already said what I want.
No, gesturing to Taylor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
I may have something,
You may.
but we'll discuss later.
All right. I can promise if I'm Primogen, I will hold those accountable. I will try and bring stability in. I will also try to make sure that the city is secure as much as I can. I believe that if Jackson does have the army he has, I believe the underground would be better. And the underground will fight even harder to protect it. And I know an elder or two down there that could stir up things. As for your place in the city, Dr. Smith, I have several places I know exactly where you could go. Not just a foothold, a stronghold. I may have procured, shall we say, some real estate when your clan decided to, shall we say, topple.
I can always respect when the clan of fortresses tells me about one.
This apple let it fall. I scooped it up. I have not been in it. I have not desecrated any of it. If I may, Primogen, I will give it to you. Library and all.
If my mouth could still water, it would be.
She just pushes the blood in the cup to him.
I'll take a sip.
You might want to sip on that. Bastion, you tell me the details. I'll find a name. Spotter, I'll do the same for you. Taylor, you can ask your question anytime you want. You can give me the details anytime you need. Make me Primogen, and all that is yours.
We will do our very best.
Good. I appreciate that. I will see Neely tomorrow, and I'll make sure that the girls have a protection that Peterson can't provide.
Yeah. Try to insulate them from the fallout of his crash.
Insulate them. They won't even know there was a crash. I find that vacations are the best thing. When certain things happen, you just let me know when it's going to happen. Those ladies won't even be in the city.
Excellent. I will tell you, I've recently had someone say this to me. You know, we girls, we need to stick together.
No, we always do, don't we?
Of course. Well, thank you for your time this evening, Miss Stewart.
I have to say I was looking forward to it, but this has actually truly been a delight and a pleasure on this side of the desk to meet all 6 of you.
Was an honor and a pleasure.
Have a lovely evening.
You too. And she will actually get up and extend her hand to all of you.
And Taylor will handily shake it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
Magnus will shake it.
Spotter
And
goes
as you-
to- he's going to take a quick scan of the desk as she's shaking other hands too.
As she's shaking the hand, the desk is very actually bare of anything except for a notepad with Neely's name on it. Other than that, there's a couple of tchotchkes, nothing of real note, and just an old fountain pen holder, and a blotter. It's purposely cleared
of anything
because, yeah.
We really caught Neely off guard then.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah,
this is the difference between a venture prepared and a venture unprepared. Okay.
True. Granted, we all ambushed Neely.
Yes, we did.
This was a setup meeting.
Yes, this was a setup meeting because Taylor knew. Treat this lady with respect.
And as you all get up and the handshakes are done, the door opens. You don't even have to go to touch it. The door opens. The ghoul is waiting. And as the door closes and you're left in the hall, she'll go, your car's waiting for you. Would you like to exit immediately? Would you like to go into a conference room and talk for a moment? What would you like to do?
We will actually go ahead and leave, but thank you for the hospitality.
Of course. Our pleasure to have you here. And she will take you all down, see you out, make sure that the driver has the door open so that you can just flow seamlessly right into the car. And as the door closes to the car, any conversations?
That was interesting.
Yep, I like it.
Very interesting.
We seem to keep interacting with the most dangerous Ventrue.
Oh yeah, she's absolutely a monster.
Why do you think we need her to back Kevin?
Oh,
And
yes.
that's the exact point.
I can't wait to see her list of other potentials.
Exactly.
I've actually been keeping notes mentally. Don't write anything down,
Yeah.
But we've got, as far as we can tell at least, Ballard, Lucinda, and now Stuart and Neely.
Gracious.
And from Cretius. And from what we can tell, since Cretius is okay with this, Menelae as well.
From what
That's
we can
all
tell,
supporting Jackson. And then you have Peterson, who
is a lone wolf.
seems to be out in the cold. We've got Annabelle with Portia backing her.
That's it.
And then
nobody else likes fucking Annabelle.
Yes, no one else with Annabelle.
I doubt she'll even try, honestly. If she tries, she's being extra stupid.
Possibly not, but you never know what Portia may push her to.
True.
But the other thing we have is we have Capone. We have Sun.
Doing something, and we don't know who he's doing it for.
But he's very likely doing it with Capone.
Right.
Because Capone's trafficking matches up a little too well with what Sun is doing.
Exactly.
See, I got some scoop about that. Apparently, Sun is vying for fulfilling the position of Primogen.
God, that's the last thing the city needs.
They definitely don't need him doing that.
Yeah.
There are far less destructive Malkavians that we could have on that seat.
But there's the problem. Most of the Malkavians are not vying for that. They're isolated. They want nothing to do with that. That there's an out that Sun is willing to fill, and basically no one else. The only other person that could was our dearest friend, the Chowder of an Archon, that we know about.
The Chowder of an Archon that is wanting to get away from that Archon.
Best way to do that is to take a titled position in a city.
Then they're too busy to be pulled away.
Exactly.
Either way, we need to make our own moves soon.
Yes.
If Portia is wanting to meet with Kevin, there is no guarantee he will be able to endure whatever ability she has.
That's a question of time. If
Depends
Kevin,
on if Menelie's already gotten to him.
Mm-hmm.
I should say, simply because otherwise I'll forget. The L is a surprisingly safe haven from Sun, according to my contact.
I'm not surprised. I have an associate, Malkavian, that I met there too.
He apparently has stated that Malkavians who ride the L are serving Malkov's purposes.
Mm.
And there are plenty Malkavians who are scared shitless of him. And some that are even trying to exodus. I'm hoping to avoid that. We don't need Kindred leaving the city.
So Kevin needs to give us permission to destroy him. Got it.
yes.
I do
Capone
want
as
to point
well.
out there are two others at least. Well, we have Maxwell, who we're pretty sure is backing Capone's play.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing
then
knowing it's going to fail, and so he's going to take it in his place.
Yes.
And then we have two others that I have questions about where they lie on the map of Chicago's powers.
Okay.
The NOS are going to do NOS things. That's,
They'll back whoever's going to win.
yes. And they'll have the best information about who is going to win,
Mhm.
most likely.
Mhm.
So I'm not talking about any of them. But we have questionably Loden, because again, no one saw the body.
True.
And also, Dr. Smith, Theo, we have Abraham.
For my own personal opinions, I actually haven't met him. I don't believe he would have any support towards that.
I
Is
don't
he
think he would
strong?
have support. Sorry, could I go?
Is he stronger than you, Mr. Smith?
Maybe. He's definitely not stronger than one of my associates.
So permission to take him out too. Got it.
He's a liability.
I can readily make sure that there is a lovely excuse as to the Tremere clan business that he will be called away to. It's a favorite excuse of my clan. Don't you worry. You'll hear whenever we need to do something untoward, we're always off on clan business.
Well, I can tell you that I recently went to a gathering of my clan. Most of which, of course, in this area are actually anarchs. But it's the perks of being independent. You can kind of go where you want. But Gerard wants a seat at the table. That's why he's helping Kevin.
Kevin's willing.
He wants representation in the Primogen Council for anarch interests.
Essentially would make the Anarchs a satellite clan.
Or a group. And it would essentially uphold the actual purpose of the Convention of Thorns.
Keeping the Masquerade.
That we were all one. Even if we have different political alignments, we are all one. So that is what generally he's trying to convince fellow Brujah, because most of the anarch domains in the area are run by Brujah. And he's trying to, that was the point of the gathering. He called it a brouhaha. It was fucking hilarious to me.
Great Great at branding.
It was a little bit of a party. It was a little bit of a debate. It was a good time. It was a good time. But yeah, it was a good time. But
Are you sure Kratos didn't attend?
Huh?
Are you sure Kratos didn't attend?
No, of course not. He won't associate with what he calls, the rabble. But yeah, it's literally, there are some young ones that really have really good potential. And I spent most of my time there with them and kind of showing them through example how they can take their passionate arguments and actually make them solid, logical arguments that they can debate with each other to pick holes in it, to find the flaws and work them out so that they're actually actionable plans by the time they're done. And it seemed to stick with quite a few of them. And it was really good. I mean, Gerard focused mainly on those who have a bit more years under their belt, a little less, piss in the wind attitudes, but I'm good with kids. What can I say? Yeah.
Dr. Hammond.
Yes.
Is Gerard trying to also vie for Baron status?
No. He's not looking for status. He is trying to unify the anarchs in a way that isn't militarizing them. He's trying to unify them in a way that to bring them where they have say in the CAM, because he understands in a city like Chicago, this isn't Berlin. This isn't LA. This is a totally different place. And the CAM is never going to be fully uprooted from it. Never. It's been a CAM city since its inception, and it will be until the day it finally falls under. Okay? And he understands this, and so he's trying to make sure that the anarchs and CAM can coexist.
He's dangerous.
Of course he is. He's hot as fuck.
Oh my God.
It always comes back to that.
I'm sorry. I had an impression that when he came to the bar that night. But oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's fascinated with me, Bastian.
Because you're playing him.
Allow me to offer a bit of information as well.
Please.
I am slowly but surely working on my fellow veterans as well as La Sombra that are formerly anarchs but are looking for stability and bringing them into the fold, something Georgiana and I are both curious about.
Are there many?
Not entirely. There appears to be.
That's great.
I understand your concern about the Sabbat returning. But if your clan defects, what will they really have left?
Don't know, but I can tell you the people in charge of my clan would not leave the Sabbat unless they were concerned about something.
That is true. I'm not so much concerned about your enemies of the Sabbat coming. I'm far more concerned about what might be out east that comes over.
Follows the Sabbat back, whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the trail they left behind when they were going there.
Because as I've said, there's some ancient shit buried in the sands, in the dirt, out there.
In the waters, too.
In the waters, too.
Why
And
we need to be ready to fight. Titles won't mean much of anything once they awake.
No, but I will tell you that, Yeah. And how do you fight a god?
You run.
Generally, you get another god to do something about them.
Exactly. I mean, we talk about, freaking Helen and Menelaus and their bullshit. And that's so far above even us that, but then you talk about something even older than them that looks at them like children.
Sometimes the only thing you can do is fight until the end. We will all die eventually.
You prepare to survive, no matter what happens.
Yeah. Kajai, has anyone ever called you a fatalist?
No, the fatalist of my group think I'm too optimistic.
Okay, now that's hilarious.
I will admit, I've never heard someone describe Elysium as optimistic. This would be a first.
But yeah.
We have all crazies.
Yeah. So, Bastion, you still working over Bobby?
Of course. Oh, yes. Naomi got the scoop before me. Oh, he's siring a lot of people.
Is he really?
Yeah. Like, concerning way siring people. I'm not sure he's not blood binding them all as well. It's
Why is he doing that?
I'm not sure. I could say that perhaps he's trying to defect the cam, but his actions, I'm not sure he's going to honor their action.
Yeah. Storyteller, I would like clarification on the hint that Naomi dropped about him and Edith. And could you please clarify that for me? Because I didn't quite catch what you were dropping.
You did say he was shall we say, how do I put how does the storyteller put this delicately? The man likes to get freaky.
And he's embracing them?
Accidents happen. I'm in the middle of doing things.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Now I'll go back and see. And Taylor's just sitting there thinking for a minute. Oh, fuck. I know what he's doing.
What?
He's a freak.
Oh, I got that one.
Oh, no. Like, you know how you and I like hunt, right? How we do. We just are, right? Well, he's probably like that too, but he's sloppy about it. And
Not always behind the camera.
Yeah, and literally, when accidents happen, he's embracing them.
Not have this many embraces if the Inquisition has truly come back.
I know.
They will notice.
I know.
Yeah. Wheaton, here in the city, crawling up with hunters.
Yeah.
Specifically, all of you are going to look at religious groups. Hunters are recruiting and training in them, in that region.
So we avoid Wheaton. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So we avoid Wheaton.
Wasn't high on my list to go visit anyway. So.
Yeah. Just a little warms up, Magnus. You got a new kidding house. Tell her if she has a show in Meaton or something, don't.
Yeah.
The water situation. Okay. But
I know for a fact that. Okay. Last week, when you mentioned about Bobby's got eyes on the camera, okay, I ended up going to Edith's place because, see, the thing is, I sent my ghoul to go talk to Edith and to others that I know in the city that have knowledge of different cult activity in the city. Edith is a great resource for that. She knows everything going on in that avenue. Okay. Literally, I sent my ghoul just to ask some questions. I sent her with a gift, to trade for information. And no sooner did that happen, because that happened, I sent that out like right after we got the information from Kevin, right? Not even a week later, Gerard meets with me and says Edith told him to impress me with flowers. Bobby fucking told him that my ghoul was at Edith's. I've never stepped foot in Edith's place up until that point. Bobby fucking told an anarch to go ask Edith about me.
Sounds like we're adding Bobby to the liability list.
Oh,
He's
yes.
been on mine.
Oh, he's an absolute liability.
So, what I did this past week, I finally did go to Edith's place. Because I'm going to tell you, down in her basement.
I hear rumors.
As Taylor starts doing that, Theodore actually, for the once in his own life, has to suppress a bit of a gag.
Yeah. So I went, right, just to have myself a good old time. Right. And I went and I had a grand old time. And as I come out, I noticed that there is a camera right across from her front door. So I gave it a real fucking sultry look and blew it a kiss. And the fucking red light on it blinked.
So either he's that cheeky or one of his progeny is.
Mm-hmm.
I'd almost be curious now that we process this all. Does Bobby Weatherbottom have right of progeny?
That's an excellent question.
And how many of them have been presented?
That's also an excellent question.
Want to know something very good? Got eyes, ears, all the Elysium in the city reporting back to me. Not a single mention of Bobby there. Not a single mention of a chowder being presented there.
Maybe that's why he's with Capone.
And the Anarchs.
And the Anarchs.
Storyteller, who is the current Baron/Barons?
You know about Baron Joshua down in Joliet.
Anita's in Chicago.
Anita is in Chicago. She's up in the upper north side.
Okay.
Anita Wainwright.
Yep. And you know about Mal Davis, but she's not an actual Baron in her own right, but she does hold power and sway within the Anarch movement. You do know that.
I have an Anarch I can speak with.
Oh,
if
who?
we need. Mal Davis.
Oh, yeah. She's friends with Anita. I met Anita at the brouhaha. She's lovely. She's lovely. Oh, Anita's lovely.
Tracy Graves and I know her.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And she seems to be
right?
In more ways than one.
Oh, you've got a secret, Dr. Smith.
If you all can keep the secret.
Of course.
I mean, if you have to ask us to keep the secret, because if you don't, we're going to tell literally everyone in the city.
If my clan has their way, Mal Davis will not be Kaitif for much longer.
That can happen. I thought Kaitif was like a lack of shit sticking.
Oh, yes, but here, I'll show you the exact same process that we will go through. And he points at Kajai. You are now a member of Clan Ravnos, and he'll turn and look at Spotter. You are now a member of the Banu Hakim, and just
So you're just going to name her Tremere.
Maldavis will be Tremere.
Okay.
One who shockingly isn't debilitated the way we have been.
Oh, trying to
that.
circumvent your weakness.
Indeed.
Interesting.
All we need is one bondable source. And imagine what we could pull off again.
Nope.
Question then is, what would her price be?
Fuck is wrong with you?
Her price. Oh no, it gets even better. Her price is on our list.
Abraham?
Abraham. Ruined. That's her price.
That's convenient. I'm starting to get scared.
It's one of the easiest tasks I have ever been handed as I was embraced. Never did I think I would have such a clear-cut path towards exactly what I needed. I'm waiting for the hiccup, because we all know it's coming. But so far, I haven't run into any. Like I said, I want my clan's foothold reestablished and ironclad. I'll do whatever is necessary to facilitate such.
Including getting bound to a Kaitif.
Bound to a Kaitif? Absolutely not. But if she can bond things, there's many things that we can bring back to heal.
Don't you dare do it to those gargoyles.
I wasn't talking about the gargoyles. There are many, many other things. The gargoyles are their own coalition. I don't need to worry about them. They don't seem to be antagonistic or angry, so I'm leaving them be as maybe an occasional ally that I can ask for assistance. I don't know if they would be open to that. I'd have to talk to them.
Some areas back in the day, at least according to stories I've heard, the gargoyles were even considered a clan of their own.
All right. Hey, that's Tremere shit. I'll keep my nose out of it. But
yeah,
it's not worth getting involved in. Every time another clan involves themselves with us, it just goes to shit. Mostly for them. We tend to be okay.
Right.
You all can see plainly Theodore barely believes that comment too.
Right. Taylor's like, yeah, I'm calling that bullshit.
Bastion goes to Theodore and pats his shoulder.
What were you saying, Kajai?
I would recommend you be careful. The Camarilla of today is not the same one that your clan was a pillar for. The Banu Hakim have entered the fold.
Well, by the sounds of it, your clan might be entering the fold.
Oh, to be a pillar clan again would be exemplary, but I doubt that's going to happen. Especially here.
As the car comes back to where you were at Elysium, and as you all go out because you still have to finish your evenings as you started, I would like everyone to give me a wits and awareness roll, please. And thank you.
Wow, my first roll of the evening.
Surging wits, if that's allowed.
I am going to do the same.
If you don't, are you playing vampire if you don't surge?
Does my specialty apply in this case for blood sorcery?
What's your specialty again?
Blood sorcery for awareness.
Oh no, this is
mine is instincts.
I'll allow it because I'll allow it.
Mine's ambushes.
No ambush.
Okay.
5 successes with this willpower spent.
4.
5 messy crit.
Jesus Christ.
2 messy crit.
How do you get a 2 messy crit? 2 messy crit.
They're both 10s?
No, sorry. It wasn't a messy crit. Sorry. I heard messy crit and my brain copied the words.
I got 7.
5. Okay, so 5. What was yours again? Teddy?
2.
2. And then you had a 7. As you all get out, people are coming in and out of Elysium. People are walking to cars and whatnot. And I'm going to say everyone, but unfortunately our dear Tremere happened to see a taxi cab. And a man that's going into this taxi cab looks at all of you for a moment. Pictures in Hidden City Discord. And Taylor can see the wink as he gets into the cab. And it drives away.
He's not in the north anymore.
It's about to begin.
Yeah. We've got to go find those fucking pieces within the week.
Yes.
Work on finding them.
And welcome to Chicago. Fifth, oh my God, it's the 5th episode. Yay! Thank you. Thank you guys for coming in and watching this chaotic mess. I am Junie Von Esch. There's my players. They've all answered and said things. Thank you to the players for coming in. I don't have to give a name because if you know, you know. If you don't, oops. I'm gonna let Mama take it over, but don't forget to Shanky and give Mama a coffee. That woman needs a damn cup of coffee. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this evening. Oh, my God. This was amazing again and so much fun. And oh, shit. He's not in the north anymore. He's in the city proper, and he's done fucked up something.
He just left Elysium.
Watch, next we'll find him in the fucking succubus club.
And so help me, Taylor will tell the two of them, just bang, bang, and get it over with.
This has been known for 2,000 years. Everyone is pissed off. Go on.
Just get it out. Hate fuck each other. It's fine.
No, because then if they even get a semblance of like cordial like space between them, we're all screwed because that's two Methuselah on the same direction.
Join us on the Discord. That is where Junie cast this game from. That is where we all hang out like every day and socialize and stuff. And of course, we do occasionally host Zoom chats where you can join us and talk to us about the streams or about anything else under the sun because we are a social group. And we do occasionally do off-stream social deduction games and stuff with the community when we can get enough people and the time to run those, like Blood on the Clock Tower and things like that. So it's an amazing place where you can join us and hang out. And if you would like to catch back episodes of this stream or any other stream that is on McStabber Studios, you can check that out on the YouTube channels linked in chat right now. The McStabber Studios YouTube channel has all of our content for the past 5-ish years that we've done with World of Darkness and other systems. And then, of course, the Ishvel channel is Tiss's channel where she keeps her D&D 5e campaign that she ran with us and completed, and now her current Call of Cthulhu campaign that she runs, London Esoteric Society, are there. And you can check out amazing friends who do streaming stuff like Junie. What you do?
Oh, I'm doing a lot. I'm crocheting, strangling yarn, thinking of things to torment you with gently, and trying to rebuild the channel because I lost stuff. So yay!
Yay! And Ree, what you got going on?
Let's see. Tomorrow, our Mask of Nyarlathotep Call of Cthulhu 7e campaign continues, where our people get to explore Harlem. So I'm personally super excited for that. That's going to be a lot of fun for me.
This is where we die. This is where we die. It's fine. All the red flags have been waiting for this juju house. This is where we all die tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern.
Catch a Globetrotters game before you go.
Yeah. This is where we die.
Fun.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
But we also are getting ready for our Mage the Ascension campaign, Arcane Veils, where the lovely Junie will get to be a player and get to do all the fun, wonderful, fun mage stuff.
Yeah. That'll be fun to catch. Absolutely. All right. And then, of course, we've got Mischievous Red in that listing. Please go give Mischievous Red some love as well. And also Ravnos Archon. He's going to be starting up very soon with basically 3, series of one-shots, I think 3 leading up to Halloween. So you'll want to check it out. Go give him some love because he's finally getting back to doing stuff on his channel after his health situation that he had earlier this year. So please give him some love. He needs it while he tries to rebuild that over there. Okay. And of course, if you would like to get merch, check out our merch store. I'm not going to push it hard. We do not make much money off of the merch at all. We have yet to cash out, and we've had the merch store for a couple years now. So literally. But go check it out. Make sure you're signed in so you can see the adult-rated merch that is not no titties, no titties, no sorry, no titties. But instead, anything with swear words on Zazzle has to be marked as adult. So you have to be signed in and age verified to be able to see it. And if you would like to support the amazing players in this stream, you can do so by showing your biddies, not your titties, your biddies, okay? Showing titties is against toss, but sharing biddies is absolutely within toss, okay?
Not if we switched to OnlyFans.
So give your biddies or donations. They will be distributed amongst the players at the table, including our storyteller, Junie. And if you would like to support the channel, you can do so by giving a donation through our KoFi page, our KoFi page. You can also do so by subscribing here on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription a month, and you might consider sharing that with us. Or you can also go to YouTube, subscribe for free, like the videos you watch, and comment on them. By doing both the like and the comment, it actually shows active engagement with our content and bumps us up higher in the search rating. So when people are looking for World of Darkness content, they'll see us as one of the top channels to check out. So that's a free way you can support us, and it just takes moments. That's it. Yep. And of course, coming up over the next week, we have no stream on Wednesday. Dark Ages has finished. Yeah.
That's an apt word for it.
Yeah.
My Wednesday.
We literally just witnessed the supposed diablerie of the Tzimisce Antediluvian. Yeah. Mm-hmm. As Taylor says, there's some ancient fucking shit buried in them sands and that dirt. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Literally, that was craziness. But we got, but the La Sombra got their bonds to their sire broken. It was awesome.
Even better.
Even better. Worth it. Hashtag worth it.
Gonna make it a lot easier to take him out later.
Fuck yeah, it is. Because that guy's an asshole. So, but that'll come back soonish. But we do have Friday. Junie here is going to be running the werewolf portion of Queen's Gambit at 8 p.m. Eastern. You want to join us here Friday, 8 p.m. for the kickoff of that portion of the story. Yeah, because
they're going somewhere safe, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just it's gonna be a nice stroll in the forest. It's fine.
Quick dip in the Umbra, back out, no biggie.
Yeah, just slip sideways, slip back out. It's fine.
There's never any complications when werewolves have to do a task.
No, never. There's never property damage.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Everything will be fine.
Property damage implies that you left property standing enough for there to have been.
I mean, werewolves are basically like the Avengers of the fucking world of darkness, okay? They damage so much shit while they're trying to save the world, okay?
If you've seen the first Avengers, you know exactly what's going to be up for it. Yeah, they're going to destroy everything.
And of course, Saturday, possibly at 3 p.m. Eastern, there will be Call of Cthulhu. I'm not certain. I don't even have it pulled up yet to see. But I do know at 8 p.m. Eastern Saturday, we will be back here for season 1, episode 6 of Vampire the Masquerade V5, Chicago Hidden City. And lastly, we want you to take good care of yourself, okay? We appreciate those of you who tune into our streams and engage with us here on Twitch and in our Discord community and on our YouTube. And we want you around for a long time. So please take care of your mental well-being. Take time for self-care. It's important. It helps you keep things better managed. And if you are really struggling right now, because I know a lot of people are, hell, I've been struggling myself. I have wicked fucking seasonal affective disorder, and it's been kicking in earlier and earlier as I get older. And literally, it's already hitting me hard. But I'm not in crisis. However, if you are currently in crisis right now in chat, there is a list of organizations that you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They are staffed by people most of the time who have been through that experience and want to help others. Okay? You are not alone. And when you call those, they can help talk you down off a ledge. They can help you address the crisis situation, get you resources, community supports, and things that you might need to help you in your crisis situation, because not every crisis is just a mental health crisis. Crisis can be a variety of things, okay? So literally, take care of yourself, get the help you need. And I'm on McStabber, I'm a registered nurse. I'm going to tell you, make sure you get your fucking shots. Get your flu shot, get your COVID booster. For real. For real, get them both. Be a badass. Hell, if I can get them both, you can get them both. Fucking get them both. Same arm. Shit. Get it done.
Same needle. Wait, no, don't.
Don't. But yeah, no, seriously, just get it done. And that way you are protecting yourself from severe illness. You are helping to protect the most vulnerable around you who cannot get vaccinated. Please do this. And also get your other vaccines if you're due. Like, seriously, tetanus is unpleasant as fuck. And you want to make sure your tetanus shot is up to date. Also, pertussis. There was a recent outbreak at a college of pertussis. That's part of the tetanus shot because it's like a 4-thing shot. And literally, if you get your freaking Tdap shots routinely, like every 10 years, like you're supposed to, you'll protect yourself and others. Like, pertussis usually affects like babies and elderly people. Oh no, there was an outbreak at the fucking college because people weren't up to date on vaccines. Yeah, for real. Anti-vaxxers are fucking up the goddamn immunity of our communities. For real. So please get that shit done. And take your meds, drink your water, get some sunlight when you can. Fuck, today finally sunshine. Oh my God. It's been raining pretty much steady for almost 3 weeks here. Craziness. But get some sunshine. Take care of yourself. And make sure you're registered to vote. Joni got her mail-in ballot. She blocks things out. But yeah, my household's got all their ballots. We're getting ready to do our voting. And literally make sure you're registered to vote. Check your registration if you are registered, because each state has their own things as far as mail-in, early voting, when you can register, when deadlines are. Please check that out now. You can go to iwillvote.org and check your state. It'll pull up your location based on where you pull up the site from. You can check your state regulations on that. You can also check your voter registration status, because if you live in a Republican state, they have been doing some fucking sus-ass shit. And you need to check your stuff because they have been purging voter rolls. They have been fucking restricting registrations. You need to check and make sure your shit is still legit. And then vote. And I'm not talking third party. Hell, Jill Stein recently said she was willing to pardon the fucking January 6ers. Okay? fucking third party is a wasted goddamn vote. They're just shills getting money off of running for election. Okay, because we have a two-party system that is self-perpetuating. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I've worked in it. I'm telling you, it's self-perpetuating. So make sure you vote fucking blue, because Republicans they voted against fucking FEMA funding. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 35 of them did. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they did that. And they did a continuing resolution thanks to Democrats for funding. But that's just until, right around the holidays. That'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah. So they can't fucking govern. They can't pass a budget. They just want to take away fucking resources and rights of people because all they're driven by is their own ambition and their own fucking greed. They literally do not fucking govern. So please vote blue. Said with love. Y'all have a good night.